So my name is Sergio Bromberg. In Spanish it would be Sergio Bromberg. Actually it would be hard to define myself as an artist. I actually come from a science background. I studied physics, and I think right now there's probably because of the possibility of open source hardware and stuff, I think there's some sort of mutual fascination between the science field and the art field, So I think artists tend to be in some way fascinated with sciences in a very mysterious way, in a way that's a little bit because of the mystery and the unknown a little bit, And also I think, or that's my case at least, I have lots of curiosity about art too, While I think science is interesting in very abstract ways, I think I've always been at least curious, about art and about visual representations. So I've worked sometimes in data visualization or simulation. So always things that are maybe scientific, but probably have a interesting visual representation. So this is a little bit, a peek, like I'm peeking into arts right now. Yeah, so my project is called Marimbula, and Marimbula is an instrument that's played in a specific region of Colombia. It's an instrument that came from Cuba, but it's from African origin. And so this specific place is like a sort of stronghold of African culture in Colombia, Colombian miscegenation is very diverse. There were slaves that came from Africa, but there were also indigenous communities in Colombia, and then also the Spaniards. So in this particular place, African traditions are kept very strongly, and this manifests especially in music and dance. So my project is a sort of a tropical interpretation of this palenque, which viewers can get by playing this instrument by a head tracking device and a set of interactive projections. One is that we started this project because we were filming a documentary series with a team. This is of course not only myself, but I work in a team. And we were working a documentary about Palenque, about traditional musicians from Palenque that met contemporary musicians. So then we were there and we had a jam between a very traditional musician and a young musician, jazz player. And then this jam was really so powerful then that we decided we had to do something else, and not only a documentary, but something else. So we started doing a VR documentary project, which is still ongoing. And then also we decided that VR was probably not enough, or that we didn't want to have only something that was inside the headset, but also something that could be enjoyed in a different setting, enjoyable for the public, something that people could also touch and see without being isolated in a headset. So this meeting between this traditional musician and contemporary musician was sparked, this project.